things never change, never change. Oh. You think I would look pretty on your arm once you cover up my bruises and battle scars, but it always ends the same. Can't bear the things I've had to face. Got you crying on your knees in pain. Oh, some things never change, never change. Oh, you'll break your back to make me feel again. Suffocate to make me breathe again. Lose your mind from endless pain. Some things never change, never change. Oh, redemption never came. I stopped asking for forgiveness, cause you should know only fools tread where the angels fear to go, but you keep trying to get too close. Save myself by turning into stone. So save your judgment cause you just don't know. But some things never change, never change. Oh, they say I should feel guilty and change my ways, leaving crumpled bodies in my wake. Swear I didn't mean to make them break, swear I didn't mean to make them break. But they're so delicate and so mundane, and they keep coming like a moth to flame. Oh, some things never change, never change. You'll break your back to make me feel again. Suffocate to make me breathe again. Lose your mind from endless pain. Some things never change, never change. Oh, redemption never came. You say I make you nervous, a tragedy, I'm a beautiful disaster, a reckoning. You wonder how I got this way. You think I'm someone to be saved, someone to clean up and tame. Oh, some things never change, never change. Oh. You think I would look pretty on your arm once you cover up my bruises and battle scars, but it always ends the same. Can't bear the things I've had to face. Got you crying on your knees in pain. Oh, some things never change, never change. Oh, you'll break your back to make me feel again. Suffocate to make me breathe again. Lose your mind from endless pain. Some things never change, never change. Oh, redemption never came. I stopped asking for forgiveness, cause you should know only fools tread where the angels fear to go, but you keep trying to get too close. Save myself by turning into stone. So save your judgment cause you just don't know. But some things never change, never change. Oh, they say I should feel guilty and change my ways, leaving crumpled bodies in my wake. Swear I didn't mean to make them break, swear I didn't mean to make them break. But they're so delicate and so mundane, and they keep coming like a moth to flame. Oh, some things never change, never change. You'll break your back to make me feel again. Suffocate to make me breathe again. Lose your mind from endless pain. Some things never change, never change. Oh, redemption never came. You say I make you nervous, a tragedy, I'm a beautiful disaster, a reckoning. You wonder how I got this way. You think I'm someone to be saved, someone to clean up and tame. Oh, some things never change, never change. You think I would look pretty on your arm once you cover up my bruises and battle scars, but it always ends the same. Can't bear the things I've had to face, got you crying on your knees in pain. Oh, some things never change, never change. Oh, you'll break your back to make me feel again, suffocate to make me breathe again, lose your mind from endless pain. Some things never change, never change. Oh, redemption never came. I stopped asking for forgiveness, cause you should know only fools tread where the angels fear to go, but you keep trying to get too close. Save myself by turning into stone, so save your judgment cause you just don't know. But some things never change, never change. Oh, they say I should feel guilty and change my ways, leaving crumpled bodies in my wake. Swear I didn't mean to make them break, swear I didn't mean to make them break. But they're so delicate and so mundane, and they keep coming like a moth to a flame. Oh, some things never change, never change. You'll break your back to make me feel again, suffocate to make me breathe again, lose your mind from endless pain. Some things never change, never change. Oh, redemption never came.
आवाज आइरहेछ अब जहिल्यै हुन्छ यार वाट इज दिस विथ त्यो आवाज नआउने बुलशिट म्यान दिस इज सच अ फकिङ horrible like to notify गर्नुपर्ने नि आवाज आइरहेको छैन ओ तेरो भिडियोमा आवाज छैन alright okay yeah so म फेरि इन्ट्रो भन्छु because because I messed up uh, shit. Okay so alright आवाज आइरहेको छैन अब today's is very interesting right today's live stream is very interesting मजाले नै आजको live stream is very interesting भनिरहन्छु and but today is extra special किनकि today I'm going to talk about my company today I'm going to talk about um, the inspiration for my company हाम्रो प्रडक्टहरू के हो and I wanted to discuss the future of like why am I doing this हुन्छ नि किन गरिरहेको छु मतलब के खोजिरहेको छु मलाई के चाहियो म हुन्छ मेरो लक्ष्य के हो म कहाँबाट मैले सुरु गरेँ म अहिले कहाँ छु मलाई कहाँ पुग्छ मेरो हुन्छ नि इन्सपिरेसनहरू दिस इज वाट आइम गोइङ टु टक अबाउट आइम गोइङ टु टक अबाउट आइम गोइङ टु सो यु अ फ्यु डेमोज है अनि मेरो मैले प्रेरणा पाउने त्यो मैले कहाँबाट चाहिँ प्रेरणा पाएँ मैले कसरी चाहिँ के गरेँ मैले म सबै कुरा गर्छु है त अब यम 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 ओके so okay let's start with more history okay मैले चाहिँ shit okay मेरो खास घर चाहिँ जनकपुर हो कतिजनालाई थाहा छ छैन आइडोन्ट खास घर जनकपुर हो म जनकपुरमा कति क्लास 3सम्म मैले पढाएको थिएँ and then I had to repeat class 3 because I wasn't really a good student and for a lot of people it's very my nursery पनि repeat गरेको छु it's yeah I'm not really a good student at all um, so class 3 and my class 3 पछि फेरि म यहाँ काठमाडौँ आएँ अनि काठमाडौँमा चाहिँ I went to a local school सुरुमा क्लास 8सम्म अनि छोरो बिग्रियो भनेर चाहिँ घरमा they put me in Don Bosco राम्रो स्कुलमा राम्रो गर्छ होला खालको त्यो टिपिकल it's like we're so indoctrinated to spend a lot of money on education it's messed up तर जे होस् so I went to Don Bosco I studied 9 र 10 चाहिँ मैले Don Boscoमा गरेँ अनि त्यसपछि चाहिँ मेरो दाइ अमेरिकामा हुनुहुन्थ्यो उहाँ चाहिँ त्यो सफ्टवेयर इन्जिनियर he said घरमा आएर कि A levels गर्नुपर्छ I still remember he didn't tell my parents that and then I said yeah sure and then so I did my A levels A levelsमा चाहिँ well I fucked up A levelsमा पनि के भयो भने म बायो ग्रुपमा मैले जोइन गरेको थिएँ बिकज I wanted to become a त्यो नेसनल जियोग्राफीमा त्यो हुन्छ नि एनिमल फोटो खिच्ने मान्छे that's what I wanted to become and so you know that so bio group मा मैले जोइन गरेको थिएँ and I hated it I literally hated it एक वर्षपछि मैले सेकेन्ड इयरमा मैले बायो छोडेँ and I quit the bio subject and so मैले चाहिँ म्याथ्स I think प्योर म्याथ्स त्यो इलेक्ट्रोनिक्स के भन्छ त्यो स्ट्याटिस्टिक्स फिजिक्स जनरल पेपर अनि केमिस्ट्री यति चाहिँ मैले दिएको थिएँ and A levels right and I got like average grade A levels and त्यसपछि चाहिँ मैले so A levels पछि चाहिँ I did my SAT SATमा मेरो कति आएको I forgot my score but it was like above average खालको score I forgot कति आएको पहिला चाहिँ 2400मा हुन्थ्यो right 2400मा कति 19 20 100 त्यस्तै केही आएको थियो I don't really remember anyway त्यही रेन्जमा and yes so त्यसपछि I started working at a company the कम्पनीको नामहरू चाहिँ म भन्दिनँ है फेरि बिकज इट्स लाइक अहिले के कस्तो आई डोन्ट रियली नो अबाउट द कम्पनी सो आइम नट गोना tell you the name, but I worked at a company and I worked at another company and then I worked at another company and I was doing my bachelor's software engineering. I was going into colleges and talking about free open source software and हुन्छ नि त्यो नस्क जोइन गरेँ मैले फर्स्ट सेमेस्टरमा and before that I was in CatFoss and I was involved in free software त्यो अगाडि गएर प्रेजेन्टेसनहरू दिने talk about it, have the groups with stuff and like work on. And then I started working on projects to open source free software projects on GitHub. And then later on, I realized that GitLab is better, so I moved to GitLab, and then GitHub was like Microsoft GitHub किन्यो, right? So त्यसपछि I was like, hey, that's great. I'm already on GitLab. So anyway, so that's my history. What I wanted was, your prashna it's always been there in my mind, and the question is, why, why, what is stopping people in Kathmandu, in Nepal, from making amazing software? Right, and it's just such a simple question. And like people from, I think people in every field ask this question. It's an engineer or doctor or lawyers, everyone, they ask this question. Why aren't we developing? Why aren't we doing everything? Like, what's wrong? Like, are we lazy? And no, we're not lazy. We work so hard on everything. And if you see the work ethics of, it's amazing. Yeah, work ethic. I really appreciate, I really admire Kathmandu's work ethic. If there is one thing I can say, it's that the people in Kathmandu, अरू फिल्डको मलाई थाहा छैन तर like the software engineers, the developers in Kathmandu are really hardworking, like really hardworking. I really admire them, and I have great respect for them. Every one of them. It's such a त्यो मेरो त्यो पुरै बुद्धि खोले जस्तो भयो कि त्यो मैले चाहिँ अरूहरूलाई काम गरेको हेर्दाखेरि चाहिँ I was very motivated by that. अनि त्यसपछि चाहिँ I thought about it, and I thought, well, what can we do? And I realized we don't have a base. For example, हामीले एउटा Android app बनायो. Let's say मैले Android app बनाएँ, right? So I can't put it on Play Store because Play Store को लागि त्यो international के credit card चाहिन्छ, and I don't have a credit card, and so it's hard, I don't have a credit card. So what, like, I can't, अब हुन्छ नि त्यो हुन्डी सुन्डी के गरेर चाहिँ म पैसा पठाउन सक्छु अनि त्यो गरेर, but that's not like त्यो मनमा कस्तो के हुन्छ नि त्यो त्यस्तो गर्ने मन नलाग्ने खालको, and it's like I don't like that feeling. अनि so I was like, well, I can't make Android apps and I can't make iOS apps because iPhones are expensive. I can't, like, and then I said, well, what do I do? And the logical answer was to make web apps because the internet is free and decentralized and everything. And मैले web app बनायो भने चाहिँ it worked. But then there was another obstacle. Like, you can't just make a web app because like you need stuff. You need servers, web app बनाउनको लागि, and you need all of that. And हुन्छ नि, yeah, AWS gives you like a free whatever केही समयको लागि, अनि Google gives you free केही समयको लागि, but then companies are for it's a long-term thing, and I wanted a stable base for my company. अनि my company start गर्न चाहिँ मैले like engineering को starting देखि नै सोचिरहेको थिएँ, but I didn't have a base to start my company on, and so I thought, well, all right, so I thought, okay, so what do I do now, right? I don't have a base. I don't, like, where do I get servers? Servers are very expensive. Like, it's fucking expensive. It's prohibitively expensive. Yeah, Nepal nothing. So what do I do, right? And I looked around, and I said, all right, fine, I'll pay for the server. And then I wanted to provide people with quality software. And I looked around market ma, and the market was very it's very nascent अहिलेको market चाहिँ काठमाडौँमा त होइन नेपालभरिको market very nascent like software चाहिँ कस्तो छ भने it's like a team of 10 people they built this software that's in beta phase or alpha phase even and they're selling it and it's not really good but then people don't really have a choice and I said well wait you're a school or you're a business or you're a NGO or whatever, and listen, why are you buying crappy software for lakh rupiah when you can buy amazing, well tested, internationally used software for very cheap, right? With free and open source software, there is a lot of free open source software. जस्तै accounting को लागि चाहिँ I really urge you guys to look into GNU Cache. It's amazing. यस्तो दामी दामी फिचरहरू छ कि त्यसमा and a lot of businesses use GNU Cache. It's great. But then you Nepal you ask them like, hey, what software are you using, and they give you some weird name. त्यसको कुनै त्यो software को कुनै website पनि छैन, and then you're like, where is it? Volume is low. Is my volume low? I don't know, man. Let me volume bottom. Alright, I'm gonna keep talking so that it's hopefully it'll work, right? So hopefully अब चाहिँ आवाज आइरहेछ होला. Let's see. Let me hear. I'm gonna keep talking so that it's hopefully it'll work, right? So hopefully. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I'm sorry, I lost track. म के गरिरहेको थिएँ? म के भनिरहेको Okay. So it's yeah. So like free open source software, say it's cheap. It's very cheap, and it's very professionally made. I mean, in comparison, okay. Like if you're competing with just like if Google makes some proprietary software, like if you're competing with that level, then yeah, like if you compare just I don't know, GIMP and Photoshop, right? Yeah, GIMP has limitations, and I can talk about they aren't exactly limitations. They are restrictions by design, and I'll discuss them. Yes, technically GIMP Photoshop compare, and yeah, GIMP has limitations. But if you compare GIMP अनि राम दाईको छोराले बनाएको software, GIMP is much more powerful and it's free. That's where I'm coming from. So that was the idea behind. That's the idea. That's the idea behind Siya Praviti. But again, my goal really is to improve the base for software. The first software I ever made, I mean, actually using a software thing, a library for software, Siya Pustakale भन्ने म चाहिँ त्यो A level सकेपछि चाहिँ मैले बनाएको थिएँ अनि you'll know that I had already chosen the name by then. त्यसलाई मैले त्यतिखेर नै I had given the name Siya Pustakale भन्ने अनि they're still using it. I think it's कति 5-6 वर्ष भयो होला. They're still using it and it's really great. It's a great feeling when someone uses your software. And so the obstacle with software, with online software, is that you need a server. You need a base. Server you need a base, right? And base number one is server. Server you need expertise, right? You need to be able to set up databases. You need to be able to set up periodic jobs like cron job or set and you have to set up just I don't know, you have to set up just a lot of different moving parts, right, on your machine. And You have to install a lot of services and all of that. And so and of course they have documentations. It's very and like different open source software uses different technology. हुन्छ नि अब एउटा रुबीमा लेखेको छ अर्को जावामा लेखेको छ अर्को पाइथनमा लेखेको छ and so you can't possibly have knowledge about यति धेरै टेक्नोलोजी छ सबैको बारेमा हुन्छ नि अस्ति I was working with this software hospital ko lagi and they used Ember.js मैले सुने पनि थिएन right but that's what they're using for it and so अब के गर्ने त you know I have to install a node and all of that so and they have decent tutorial and but it's difficult तर पनि to you need expertise and you need a server to do all of this right if you want to be successful in this market you need, and you also need domain domain knowledge के भन्छ त्यसलाई मैले बिर्सेँ right तर yeah so you need knowledge about the domain you're right if you're making software for a hospital हुन्छ नि you have a competition you know you have 3-4 other people making that software so you need to be able to understand the problems of that of that field right and you need to be able to communicate their problems to them right so you need to be able to tell them hey listen this is your problem and they'll be like oh yeah this is my problem and because they don't know their problem that's the issue here अनि नेपालमा अर्को पनि एउटा issues I'm talking about issues सुरुमा चाहिँ and then I'll tell you how I solved these issues right with this company and that this is the reason this is like the problem statement भनौँ न हैन so and another problem is कि मान्छेहरुलाई आत्मविश्वास नै छैन के त्यसलाई हैन मेरो कर्मचारीहरुले पनि सफ्टवेयर चलाउन सक्छ त्यो this is from the त्यो कुन जमानामा भने म बच्चा हुँदाखेरि हाम्रो कस्तो हुन्थ्यो भने कम्प्युटरको यो छुट्टै रुम हुन्थ्यो एन्ड त्यो रुममा जान चाहिँ पुरै जुत्ता चप्पल खोलेर हुन्छ नि पुरै you know hazmat suit लगाएर पुरै I don't know like हुन्छ नि एकदमै त्यो पवित्र त्यो मन्दिरै मन्दिर जान पनि यति गर्नु पर्दैन you know त्यति पुरै सरसफाइ चिटिक्क परेको अनि त्यो रुमको त्यो स्मेल नै अर्कै हुन्थ्यो कि त्यो पुरै फ्रेश कार्पेट अनि हुन्छ नि चट्ट कम्प्युटरहरू मिलेको एन्ड that's what people think about कम्प्युटर ओहो भन्ने कुरो and I understand that like people especially अब मेरो क्लाइन्ट चाहिँ जनकपुरमा छन् right and people there are it's like you know खाना बल्ल बल्ल like first generation जसलाई चाहिँ खानाको चिन्ता छैन that's the level right their fathers and parents and their grandparents had to worry about भोलि के खाने right and now they have a semi-stable career or career or a job right not really a career but a job where they can feed themselves and their family for the first time you know अनि त्यस्तो त्यो लेभलमा गएर and then you have to tell them well just learn this completely new and scary thing if you want to keep your job and I really मेरो चित्त दुख्छ के त्यो उनीहरूलाई यस्तो भन्दाखेरि because they're trying so hard sometimes हुन्छ नि and they just can't get it त्यस्तो हुन्छ नि you have to and they कपीमा लेख्छन् हुन्छ नि यो बटन क्लिक गर्ने and यो थिच्ने and then यो टाइप and they still can't get it and it's so difficult right and you see this with all of this software and so these are the problems that you face अब यो प्रब्लमहरुको समाधान चाहिँ के निकाल्ने त अब के गर्ने चाहिँ के त अब you know so let's tackle these one at a time so first issue is we need a server you know so server ko लागि चाहिँ I made SWS Sia Web Services Sia Web Services ले चाहिँ you can create servers for free and very cheap like 1 पैसा 2 पैसामा it's very cheap and you know you can set up your domains and त्यो nginx गरेर https configure गर्ने यो गर्ने I have removed all of that so you just run your service on any port and it will work via https magically right so that's how it works okay you can also add your own custom domains and then त्यसको लागि https आफै generate हुन्छ and you can just port forward to 443 port अनि 443 मा HTTP नै रन भइरहेछ भने that's what I expect. Like if you're just running something on port 443 without HTTPS or anything, SSL or whatever, it will work. It will just work. So this is the design of the software. Hi, let me just check the message पटक के तिमीहरूले के भनिरहेको थियो कि. Okay, so that's the design of the software. Right. In this context, right? In this context, you have a server. I know you have a server te boy. What else do you need? You also need some like a platform on top of that server, because to nango एउटा server भनौँ न यो भाषा nango नै छ नि त अहिले त्यो लुगा लाउनु पर्यो नि त, right? You have to make it presentable. So what do you do? Well, what I've done is I'm adding these services, these free open source services. So one-click installs. If you have a client that needs a hospital management system, you go on SWS, you buy a server, you click a button, and you have a hospital management system running on your domain. Right? So it's that simple. That's if you want to have a business management system, a school management system, and accounting management system, and enterprise, like all of these systems, I'm adding these right now. That's my work really. So that solves the second problem. The development cost is very high, and it's very like it's prohibitive, and it's very open source software. We solved these two problems. The third and most difficult problem is what I've learned is that software is Nepali ma leख्नुपर्छ. Okay, Nepali ma software लेख्यो भने चाहिँ a lot more people can understand it. It looks more familiar. यो त हुन्छ नि, र नामहरु पनि softwareको नामहरु पनि don't have like weird हुन्छ नि Web 2.0 style names, like don't do that. Have एकदमै त्यो मान्छेहरुले चाहिँ relate गर्न मिल्ने नामहरु के softwareको चाहिँ don't do हुन्छ नि जस्तै त्यो आँखाको डाक्टर के भन्छ ortho something, उनीहरुको software बनाइराछ. Don't have like optic smart advanced AI software, like don't do that, right? So एकदमै सजिलो नाम राखे के त्यो आँखा जाँच्ने सफ्टवेयर और आँखा भन्ने सफ्टवेयर अहिले कसैले बनाएको छैन. You use आँखा, right? So that people can relate, हुन्छ नि. And number two is Nepali ko to, and I'm working on that front as well. So I'm working on a few different fronts to solve this issue, create a base for Nepali developers and Nepali engineers and all of that. So एउटा चाहिँ भयो कि I'm giving people servers, very cheap servers, so that you can just create them एकछिनमै fat serverहरु बनाउँदै you can experiment a lot more, you can test a lot more, you can have different servers for different things, एउटै सर्भरमा सबै कोचेर राख्नु पर्दैन, and all of that. And so that's one part. And second part is त्यो सर्भरहरु माथि चाहिँ you can install these free open source systems, services, applications, servers, के भन्छ, application servers, whatever you want to call them, you can install them very easily with one click. And the third front is I'm working on the Nepali language, right? So the Nepali बृहत् शब्दकोशलाई चाहिँ मैले digitize गरेँ, त्यसलाई चाहिँ मैले त्यो dict protocol मा राखेँ, and you can now use the dictionary. तिमीहरुको त्यो कम्प्युटरमा or फोनमा त्यो छ भने चाहिँ हैन Siyasang.ml and port number something I forgot, but मेरो previous live stream मा चाहिँ right, and you can set up that dict server, connect to that dict server via any dict client, which is most dictionary applications, right? Just a dict.org uses the same protocol, so it's very popular, and so you can connect to that and you can have a Nepali dictionary, right? अब the Nepali शब्दकोशको लागि चाहिँ कुनै वेबसाइटमा गएर त्यो खोज्नु पर्दैन, right? You can have your own Nepali dictionary, and so I've done that, and I've created a corpus of Nepali words, and I've I have a list of what I'm working on is I'm working on हुन्छ नि Nepali keyboard ko layout because there have been a lot of research based on to genetic algorithm use गरेर चाहिँ they've created the keyboard layout Nepali ko, and it's very interesting but no one's using it. I'll talk about it Ali detail in a different live stream. But that's what I'm working on, right? So I'm working on these three fronts, and this is the company basically. This is Siya Pravidi, and I cannot do this on my own, and I'm not alone. Nikhil Pandey, Nikhil ko kaam चाहिँ के छ भने he's amazing. He's in the marketing part, right? मलाई marketing गर्न आउँदैन. I'm too okay straightforward. I just जे छ म भनिदिन्छु अनि उसको चाहिँ के छ भने उसको चाहिँ अलि मिलाएर उसले भन्न सक्छ, right? So Nikhil, what Nikhil does is he says these things, he says things like, oh तपाईँले यो I don't know मलाई भन्न पनि आउँदैन तर he sells my software basically. Right? अनि जनकपुरमा चाहिँ प्राय we decided to start from जनकपुर किनकि सबैले काठमाडौँबाट सुरु गर्छन्. What about जनकपुरको मान्छेहरू, त्यहाँ पनि त सफ्टवेयर चाहियो नि. So we started from there. Yes, and so के छ भने it's with his help and with a few more other people who have periodically like regularly help me. My friends, my friends from college, they help me a lot, and my other friends, everyone pitches in, they help me a lot, and so I've been working on these three fronts. So it's been very hard किनकि यो कसैले गरेको छैन कि, and it's very scary. त्यो भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ ओहो कस्तो खतरा जस्तो होला और जे पाइ त्यही गफ भनेर भन्ने पनि होला, आई डोन्ट नो. तर मेरो लागि चाहिँ एकदमै डर लाग्दो छ यो चाहिँ किनकि यो कसैले पनि गरेको छैन. पैसा खासै अहिले आइरहेको छैन बिकज यो लन्च हुन, यो स्टार्ट हुन चाहिँ अलि टाइम लाग्छ. त्यो जुनसुकै व्यापार चाहिँ अलिकति समय लाग्छ. तर पनि it's very scary अहिले चाहिँ. And I don't know if it will work because it's a very grand vision. It's difficult to balance the grand vision, like oh I want to do this with the present, like I have to do these small things today. It's very difficult. And sometimes they contradict and it's very messy. I mean, whatever. That's not what I'm talking about. Let me just switch to let me just switch to this thing here, right? This is the software. If you go to Siyasang.com, you'll be on this page. Okay. In Siyasang.com, what we do is we have a minute by minute payment. I'm not good at marketing. Pay by the minute plan, right? We have a pay by the minute plan. You don't have to pay for a whole month. You can pay for 60 minutes. You can pay for, I don't know. You can pay for 2 days, you can pay for a week, you can pay for 5 days and 7 hours. You can do whatever you want. And by this, what we've seen is you can reduce your server costs by more than 60%. This was some research done. I forgot to link all that, right? I'll share it with you guys. But what they basically did was they said, what if we just calculate like our daily usage server because for test servers and development phase testing and development, and so they realized that if they could pay by the minute, their server costs would reduce by 60% in the first 3 months. So that was the research, and that's what I'm quoting here. It's not a thesis still to reference or but whatever, right? So this is and so this is the pricing. You can see like this is You get 768 MB RAM, you get 15 GB of storage, and just 3 paisa per minute, right? So which is like, you might need to calculate this, so let me just do it for you. 0.03 is 3 पैसा होइन इन्टु पर मिनट भएछ भने 1 घन्टाको चाहिँ यति, 1 घन्टा भनेपछि घन्टाको भयो कि 24 घन्टाको गऱ्यो भने 1 दिन, राइट? अनि त्यसपछि 30ले गर राइट? सो लेट्स सी हाउ मच we get you know 1300 भनौँ न 1300 रुपियाँमा चाहिँ you get एक महिनाभरिको सर्भर, which is the cheapest in Kathmandu, in Nepal, right? नेपालभरिको चाहिँ सबभन्दा सस्तो, and this is not even our cheapest price, right? Our cheapest price is 0.02, right? So 2 पैसा प्रति minute is our cheapest price, and 864 rupees man, you get 1 month worth of server, है? अनि त्यो सर्भरमा चाहिँ के गर्न मिल्छ भने त्यो सर्भरमा चाहिँ यु गेट 512 MB RAM, you get 10 GB of storage, and as I've seen, let me tell you, I have a server that's running library management ko tyo चाहिँ, and it has I think 1 GB RAM, and it has about 10 GB of storage, right? So it's यो वाला चाहिँ I don't know how this is. I have to remove this from the website. Be curious, right? This is not it. Anyway, I'm using this one, right? 1 GB RAM, 10 GB storage, and 3 paisa per minute, and this runs एकदमै nicely, and I think 10 people, 10 employees use it, अनि बाहिरबाट मान्छेहरूले चाहिँ पाठकहरूले पनि पढ्छन् यो वेबसाइटमा गएर, and it just works, it works beautifully. and 10 GB के 5 GB पनि युज गर्ने, I think it uses अहिलेसम्म कति, I don't know, 50 MB 50 MB is used by the software because that's all the data. अनि बाँकीको चाहिँ अलिकता 2-4 GB चाहिँ सफ्टवेयरहरूले खाइरहेको छ त्यो पोस्टग्रेसको सर्भर अनि यताउताले, but basically 5 GB is more than enough for this server, right? and 5 GB खाली नै छ अहिले. So you have this, and system ले खान्छ अलिकति, and so like if you have 10 GB storage, होइन, that's more than enough for most software, unless you're going above हुन्छ नि, if you have like लाखौं clients, then it's not enough. तर normally हुन्छ नि, this is more than enough, because most software is used by at most 50 people, right? And that's what, yeah, this works. Okay, अब चाहिँ, so you must be thinking, okay, we have this thing now, what does it do? How do I use it, right? So I'm going to demo this for you. So you can register your own account यहाँ चाहिँ, and when you register an account, तिमीहरूले चाहिँ 100 रुपियाँ पाउँछौ. 100 रुपियाँ भनेपछि 100 रुपियाँ भनेपछि how much is 100 रुपियाँ? Let's see, 100 रुपियाँमा 0.02 गऱ्यो भने this is कति पैसा, wait, के भयो, के हो भिडियोलाई यस्तै हुन्छ यार यहाँको यो I don't know what's wrong with the video. Okay, this is bullshit. Let me just, yeah, I'm just gonna pull that up. Yeah, it should be working over. It should be fine over. Over चाहिँ, you know, it should be fine. ठिक छ अहिले? Can you guys tell me if it's working over? अहिले चाहिँ is it working? Is it fine अहिले? How is it? I don't know. I don't care. Whatever. छोडा. So whatever. Let me just check it whatever. यस्तै हुन्छ यार कहिलेकाहीँ it's horrible तर यस्तै हो जिन्दगी. Let's see. Yeah, it seems to be working. चलिरहेछ. त अब तिमीहरू यहाँ चाहिँ आफ्नो खाता खोल्न सक्छौ है अनि 100 रुपियाँ पाउँछौ 100 रुपियाँमा चाहिँ 5,000 मिनट राइट सो 5,000 मिनट भनेको चाहिँ कति हो 5,000 मिनटलाई चाहिँ 60ले घटायो भने you have 83 hours and 83 hours by 24 गरौँ त you have करिब 3.5 दिनको राइट 3.5 दिन जतिको चाहिँ you have 3 days and something hours को चाहिँ you get this के भन्छ you can run a server है 3 दिन जति which I think is great 3 दिन जतिमा you'll get a taste of it and then you can load money हुन्छ नि 100 रुपियाँ 200 रुपियाँ एड गर्दै you can use it रिचार्ज गरे जस्तो अनि you can add from your bank you can add from खल्ती अनि अहिले म फोन पे चाहिँ इन्टिग्रेट गर्न खोज्दैछु तर या सो अहिले चाहिँ खल्ती र त्यो ई ब्याङ्किङबाट चाहिँ हुन्छ सो यु क्यान क्लिक अन दिस बिग येलो बटन अनि यो वेबसाइट हेरेर ठ्याक्क थाहा हुन्छ नि होइन म चाहिँ सफ्टवेयर डेभलपर के भन्छ वेब फ्रन्ट एन्ड डेभलपर होइन ठ्याक्क थाहा हुन्छ कि बिकज इट्स सच इट्स भेरी त्यो खै के भन्छन् बट इट्स भेरी त्यस्तो खालको यु नो इट्स लाइक एकदमै जेनेरिक सिम्पल खालको यु नो चटक्कै छैन भन्छ चटक चाहियो यार आजकलको मान्छेहरूलाई यसमा चटक छैन बट स्टिल let's about what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch है अलिकता I'm just gonna switch है guys I'm gonna switch to this and I'm gonna log in किनकि खै किन that's it because I have a few accounts के यहाँ चाहिँ अनि I don't really want you to find out my account where am I नयाँ account no प्राय अकाउन्टहरुमा चाहिँ त्यो गइसकेको रहेछ कि त्यो that sucks how about this one प्राय अकाउन्टमा मेरो ब्यालेन्स चाहिँ छैन so let's see how about this one alright यसमा चाहिँ अलिक पैसा रहेछ okay I'll just switch to main mode okay म चाहिँ बाइ द वे यो लाइभ स्ट्रिमको लागि चाहिँ म OBS चलाउँछु है I have this यहाँ चाहिँ okay so कस्तो भने it's very interesting because and by the way you guys can ask questions and stuff like that it's fine right so this says welcome to SWS a lot more programmable way to use Linux containers you can get started with your very own Linux container for as little as 2 paisa per minute that's 50 minutes per rupee right so 1 रुपैयाँमा 50 मिनेटसम्म गर्न मिल्छ right you currently have no services running click on create your first Linux server to get started you can also check out our documentation here or go to the SWS Swagger view here so we by the way you can use this SWS via our REST API सिधै from your terminal command line here so and you can write scripts you can write Python code and अलिकता and we'll talk about that later on the documentation मा गएर So first matter, you can click here or here or here or here, wherever you want to, like direct home up, because I want people to be able to create services. So start how I have a button, but whatever. So let's click here. Right. So you also, yeah, create new service also, right? And you can load funds from here, but we'll talk about that later. Let's just see. Or let's say create new service. Create new service matter. You can choose an operating system, right? So you can choose one. I have Debian, Ubuntu, CentOS, Arch, Alpine. अनि यो दुईवटा चाहिँ I'll talk about these two एकछिनमा, but the name should be a hint है. तर अहिलेको लागि चाहिँ let's just do, मलाई Ubuntu मन पर्दैन because it's very background मा अपडेटहरु चलाइदिन्छ I hate it. So let's do Arch नै गरौँ न त ल. Right, let's install Arch. अनि let's just select a package अब है. 2 3 3 3 4 4 पैसा चाहिँ है, कति पैसा पर मिनेट तिर्ने. So let's do the सबभन्दा ठुलो वाला गरौँ न त, or सबभन्दा सानो भन्नु, सबभन्दा सानो गरौँ. Yeah, and this is the time to live. By default it's 60. यस्तै छोड्दै हुन्छ, but यो चाहिँ 1 घण्टा चलेर बन्द हुन्छ यो सर्भर. तर yeah, this is fine है. So अब you can also add your SSH keys to the account so that login गर्दाखेरि पासवर्ड दिइराख्नु पर्दैन. You can add from here my SSH keys बाट, but अहिलेको लागि चाहिँ I won't take this. And this is कि अब 1 घण्टा पछि चाहिँ के गर्ने भन्ने कुरो के. By default के हुन्छ भने 1 घण्टा पछि यो सर्भर आफै अफ हुन्छ. ओके, आफै अफ हुन्छ 1 घण्टा पछि. But what you can do is you can say automatically renew service after time to live है. So what happens is 1 घण्टा पछि, let's say 1 घण्टाको चाहिँ 50 रुपैयाँ काट्यो अरे, or sorry, so 1 घण्टाको चाहिँ कति काट्छ I don't know. 1 घण्टाको 1 रुपैयाँ 20 पैसा जति काट्छ होला I think, I'm not sure. त्यस्तै काट्छ हैन. So 1 रुपैयाँ 20 पैसा चाहिँ 1 घण्टाको काट्यो. So you can say something like, well, can I just restart हैन. 1 घण्टा पछि चाहिँ restart होइन कि renew it. केही सिस्टममा केही फरकै पर्दैन, केही भयो जस्तो थाहा पनि हुँदैन, तर पैसा चाहिँ काट्दिन्छ के. सो त्यो अटोमेटिक पेमेन्ट चाहिँ यो अटोमेटिकली पे फर त्यो के पो भन्छ यसलाई, मैले बिर्सेँ के, त्यो रिकरिङ पेमेन्ट्स के भन्छ त्यसलाई, आई फरगट द टर्म, तर द्याट्स वाट इट इज. ओके, सो आई वोन्ट टेक दिस बिकज यो 1 घण्टासम्मको डेमो इज फाइन, राइट. सो लेट्स जस्ट डु 2 घण्टा, राइट. अहिले चाहिँ मिनट्समा छ यो चाहिँ. सो यो भयो हैन. आई क्लिक अन क्रिएट न्यू सर्भिस एन्ड इट्स सेइङ whatever के भन्यो यो बिर्सेँ. एन्ड यु हेभ दिस थिङ स्पिनिङ हियर. यो घुम्छ अलिकता हैन. अनि म यो क्यान्सल गर्न सक्छु बिकज इट्स क्युड अहिले. And now it started. Now I can't cancel it because service creation has started already. के मेसेज पठायो? प्रशान्त घिमिरे. Alright, Prashant Ghimire ji, welcome if you are in the live stream. Okay, so it's creating my service अहिले है. Let's see, एकछिन लाग्छ, as it does. So it normally gets done in less than a minute है. By the way, त्यो एकछिन म कुरिरहेको बेला चाहिँ like and subscribe guys, like and subscribe, गर त गर, like and subscribe है, like and subscribe please. Whatever, like and subscribe. किन थाहा छ किन म like and subscribe भन्छ थाहा छ? Because like it's a त्यो herd mentality, like the more people watch it, the more people will watch it, right? And so the more people like the video, the more people will like the video. And by like I don't mean like one for me, I mean like button clicking, right? That's yeah. कसले हो त्यो अनलाइक गरेर फेरि लाइक गरेछ? थ्याङ्क यू. Okay. Alright, so service create भयो जस्तो छ. Yeah, so we have this service here, right? It's called Nosk Webcast-AMD. It's just a randomly generated name, so it doesn't. Yeah, it's whatever. So या स्टार्टिङमा चाहिँ यसमा पनि आई रिमेम्बर लाइक सुरुमा मैले यो लाइभ स्ट्रिमहरू नै सुरु गर्दाखेरि नै देयर वर अ लट अफ बग्स अहिले पनि छ होला आई डोन्ट नो तर आई सुडन्ट बी सेइङ दिस टु क्लायन्ट्स तर या बट वी फिक्स्ड अ लट अफ बग्स इज वाट आइम सेइङ है सो अहिले अहिले यु क्यान सी द स्पेक्स अहिले चाहिँ डिस्क स्पेस इज 10 GB मेमोरी इज 512 MB this is the SSH port यहाँ चाहिँ म SSH port लेख्नु पर्ने port मात्र I'll fix that but time to live is whatever अहिले 120 minutes right एकछिनमा चाहिँ अपडेट हुन्छ 1 मिनट भएपछि right I have to fix this as well I don't really want to check this whatever अहिले you know I'll fix it पछि right whatever त्यसपछि this is the creation time you know नेपाली समय and this is you know what is the status it's running it could be stopped it could be deleted it could be restarting restart whatever creating very the state but it's running right now and this is the operating system Arch Linux current this is the current Arch Linux because Arch Linux is a rolling release okay version so let's just SSH over let's प्रतिलिपि गरौँ यसमा जाउँ ठुलो पारौँ हैन paste garam and it normally takes like about a minute so I'm not sure if it will work but I'm going to press enter yeah like I guess के हुने रहेछ भने like some guy told me यसरी चाहिँ यो गर्यो र त्यो चलेन एक दुई पटक भने त्यो नराम्रो इम्प्रेसन पर्छ अरे even though I'm saying यहाँ चाहिँ new services may require up to 5 minutes before you can log in via SSH but still like let's just try it let's hope it works. Oh, it works. Okay. So what I did was keep up on people like filibuster. I think I don't know. I filibustering or no like I don't know. Okay. But basically, I'm logged into a server. And my free dash h government say I'll get like 30 available is 399 MB. चाहिँ मेरो अवेलेबल अहिले ऱ्याम छ आजकल कसैले ऱ्याम भन्दैन है एभ्रीवन से मेमोरी या इट्स ऱ्याम व्हाटएभर हैन इट्स मेमोरी है सब त्यो भाषै चेन्ज भयो चाहिँ पहिला भन्थ्यो नि हैन हार्ड डिस्क कत्रो छ ऱ्याम कतिको छ अनि आजकल चाहिँ मेमोरी कति छ स्टोरेज कति छ यु नो एन्ड इट्स लाइक या त्यो जेललाई पनि आजकल त्यो एप भन्न थाले जस्तो इट्स काइन्ड लाइक दैट बट एनीवे वी डोन्ट हैव स्वap but you can add swap if you want obviously okay यो भयो हैन this is very this is amazing in itself म चाहिँ यहाँ नेपालमा बसेर यतिको गर्न सक्नु चाहिँ it's great it's wonderful and this is not illegal by the way this is doing this is not illegal है त्यो AWS मा जानु त्यो के गर्नु त्यो हुन्डीबाट पैसा लोड गरेर कसको फलानो साथीको क्यानाडा गएको छ त्यसलाई भनेर क्रेडिट कार्ड लगा त त्यसमा मलाई यो AWS चाहियो you know त्यो त्यसरी केही गर्नु पर्दैन राइट you can just go to the website create an account get a server it's very simple okay अब यो यसमा चाहिँ मेरो यहाँ अलि पुरानो हो के त्यही भएर अहिले धेरै पैसा छैन राइट सो अहिले चाहिँ आई हेभ कति 7 रुपैयाँ जति राइट पहिला 9 थियो अहिले 7 भयो बिकज आई क्रिएटेड दिस फर 2 आवर्स राइट सो एनीवे लेट्स सी I think it's all empty ls it's all empty so high Pacman sy ल W नै ठोकम न हैन यो आजसम्म मलाई थाहा छैन है यो W ले के गर्छ र सिंगल U ले के गर्छ I am not really sure तर yeah so let's just upgrade the whole system एकपटक GCC हरु इन्स्टल गर्दै छ glib इन्स्टल गर्दै छ फाइल सिस्टम भने के हो थाहा छैन TZ डेटा भनेको टाइम जोन को डेटा हरु छ राइट सो it's doing all of this stuff right GPG KK install Arch Linux uses GPG keys a lot to repository or to verify on it and stuff like that JSON को के इन्स्टल गर्दैछ Pacman को नयाँ भर्जनले इन्स्टल गर्यो so yeah it's doing all of this right it's doing all of this it's downloading import pgp key yes Jan Alexander Stephans Hastig okay मैले यस थिचेन what कति गर्छ यो के यसकै तीनवटा की होला नि त आई गेस आई डोन्ट नो हैन सेमै की हो त किन माग्यो होला तीन पटक माग्यो आई डोन्ट नो whatever it's installing है अब it's updating अनि I'm going to show you something which is really cool यसपछि चाहिँ I'm going to nuke the whole system and I'm going to bring it back right so let's see एकपटक अपडेट चाहिँ गर्दिन because I wanted to do something I don't know like मेरो यो बानी नै भइसक्यो अपग्रेड गर्दिनु त्यही भएर यो खासै गर्नु आवश्यक चाहिँ थिएन तर पनि अनिवार्य नभए पनि गरिदिनु alright भयो होला okay so one of the first things that you do when you install like first मा चाहिँ upgrade गर्ने right once you have a server second and the most important thing is I'll tell you second and the most important thing is that you install Emacs right because it's very important yes I know I don't want Emacs Emacs Nox install right Nox भनेको चाहिँ त्यो X वाला कुराहरु चाहिँ हुँदैन basically it's GUI हुँदैन बुझ्दा हुन्छ yeah done right and then what you do is you do -r vim vim channel nice so we don't have vim and then finally you go into vim channel right so you go into Emacs -rc मा जाने right and so what you do is you say alias vim equals Emacs किनकि मलाई vim टाइप गर्ने बानी छ के so this is what I did and now what I'm going to do is म यहाँ आफ्नो server को त्यसमा जान्छु right and I'm going to click on refresh snapshot which will refresh a snapshot system को it will take a snapshot है system को snapshot लिन्छ यसले what is it oh sorry म दुई पटक क्लिक गरे so it's like oh another job is already refreshing the snapshot okay oops okay यो यति भएन alright so less than a minute ago alright okay अब यति गरे है मैले and I'll discuss all of this अहिले don't worry I'll talk about domains and all of that I'll just snapshot को हेरौँ so अब म के गर्छु भने chat मा हिजो NOS को ग्रुपमा चाहिँ we were discussing RMRF so let's do RMRF rm-rf no reserve root यस्तै के थियो यार sorry okay the slash alright अब यो गर्यो भने के हुन्छ थाहा छ यो गर्यो भने पुरै सिस्टम उड्छ के and I want to see it in slow motion so I want to see it in slow motion so much here so like Pacman oops -s tmux install and I really recommend that you install tmux this is not a proper tmux to usage तर के भयो you need यति answer what I don't know you have to fix lookout what is my lookout yeah I can fix this but I'm not gonna use Linux I'm gonna do this so first my your command के हो सर है so rm भनेको remove okay so let's do sm rm and then this is root right so remove root and then these two you do what are the flaggers right so you let's your flag like let's write it sorry -r -f okay so it's easier to understand so -r let's say recursively folder भित्र मा गएर चाहिँ गर and f is force basically and dash dash no preserve root let's say or something root directory oh bandema to don't tell me that it's root directory. So if I don't have this, it will just say it's dangerous to operate recursively on root. Use no preserve root to override this failsafe. Right, so this is what it says. So I'll just say my copy paste copy. I don't want to. Yeah. And once I press enter, by the way, once I press enter, it's trying to remove all of the like proc or say it's like sudo files. This is like system information. Your Linux kernel, let's say you load gardens, right? So you can monitor your system via the file system. It's really cool. So it's saying, hey, I can't remove all of these non like these files that aren't in on the disk. Like, okay, so you got it, मैले and यति गरिसकेपछि I know तर मलाई गर्न मन छैन yeah localctl वाला तर I don't really want to do it so whatever अब चाहिँ म ls गर्छु भने ls no such file or directory right so I don't have ls अब right how about like how do I check like केही पनि गर्न मिल्दैन के so I just mute the whole system अब यो this whole system is gone म यो log out गर्छु and let me just try to log in again and I can't I literally cannot right because the whole system is corrupt it's gone it's like just khalas finish dead the end so what do I do well I just click this button यहाँ आएर right system snapshot मा पहिला मैले refresh थिचेको थिएँ अब चाहिँ I'm restoring it right so it's running this restore snapshot action on my service यहाँ चाहिँ मेरो service छ it's running this okay भइसक्यो होला I guess I don't know let's do SSH Java okay password bang Java right so it's working right it's back single click and it's back right so I logged in I'll just do ls it's working ls root and I have all of these files and none of them got deleted right so tmux China because why is tmux why don't I have tmux because my tmux say snapshot लिएपछि install गरेको थिएँ right so tmux is not in the backup was not in there. So let's just install actually यो will सरले दिएको I'll run this command right so UTF-8 to United States sorry will sir पनि copy भएछ okay localctl what the hell okay oh okay no bowl like that okay there you go pacman dashes tmux so what is tmux I'll talk about tmux section tmux is a is short for tmux multiplex terminal multiplexer right basically we have to log in thing is that what they want restart let's restart I can just restart यहाँबाट अनि म यहाँबाट पनि restart गर्न सक्थे but whatever it's much easier to just click a button you know so yeah so, the restart thing is running अनि I can have more than one server by the way म चाहिँ यहाँ गएर अब नयाँ एउटा सर्भर पनि बनाउन सक्छु I can do that I think restart भयो let's try it yeah restart voice uptime is 0 minutes right so restart water tmux invalid lc also type line what okay whatever export line equals to this so let's see here Language, okay, LC only. Okay, yeah, it's all UTF-8 later. What's wrong? To the default, there are no such file or directory found. Okay, so pacman dash ss y sy is it no? How do I install this to Localova? I don't know. Install okay, Arch Linux US look at that. Locale. Yeah, so reverts to overriding settings system lang equals to this set locale. Keep on it. Cannot set. Okay, Arch utility त भारी हो त हो. So Ubuntu मा चाहिँ के भन्ने रहेछ त? Let's see. So export okay. It will go out just like yeah, cannot change the time. That's what I'm trying to say. It works, but why? Why does this work? Locale gen, I guess. Locale. Okay. I like it. के होला समस्या थाहा छ त केजीले कन्फिगर भन्नुभएको but let's do oh यहाँ रहेछ त Arch is extra. What is the problem? Set locale. Whatever. चल्न त चलिरहेको नि होइन. Can I just make files? Yeah. Whatever. I can make files, guys. It's fine. It's I don't need UTF-8 ASCII work picture. Yeah. So यो मैले सिस्टम बनाएँ होइन. Yeah, I don't really want to go into debugging it अहिले. मलाई यो पनि गर्न मन थिएन actually. This is the reason because it's like there is never like your take command let's say it never solves the problem, you know, especially to localization issues. It's always complicated. त्यही भएर मलाई छुन पनि मन थिएन. Whatever. So हामी यहाँ आयौँ, right? So we have this feature अहिलेसम्म त्यति गऱ्यौँ होइन. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to show you like we're going to talk about domains, right? We can add यहाँ चाहिँ custom domains as well, but let's not do that right now. Let's look at the domain names that are provided by default. Okay, so अहिले चाहिँ दुईवटा HTTP let me just HTTP र HTTPS, right? So these are the two domain names that are provided. All right, and this is what you get to Dubai Matter, right? And HTTPS is connection secure. HTTP as you would have guessed is not connection secure. All right. के गर्ने त? Let's do this. Right. Let's install Nginx over. Pacman -s Nginx. Yeah. What the? What the? What is this? Oh shit. सब विल्सनले गर्दा हो कि सब होइन I'm just messing. तर yeah, now I can't even log in. Well, this is a great opportunity for me to show you another demo. So यो चाहिँ मैले केही मिनटसम्म चलाएँ होइन तर यो 2 घन्टाको लागि थियो राइट एन्ड आई हेभ अहिलेको ब्यालेन्स चाहिँ करिब 7 रुपियाँ सो आई जस्ट डिलिट दिस ओके आई जस्ट डिलिट दिस र मैले चाहिँ डिलिट गरेँ भने के हुन्छ त Let's see. Let's see. भिडियो अर्की आइरहेको छ नि भन है बिकज मेरो के भनौँ यार यहाँको इन्टरनेटमा भन है भन alright so delete भयो so let's just create a new service I don't want to use Arc let's use Arc let's use Debian Debian is like this perfect like okay, Debian works okay that's the thing with Debian you know like Debian works you know yes it's shitty and it's like Arch is much better sort of you know package management and it's like Arch is amazing so Debian works right you can't say the same about Arch anyway so my first my delete गरेँ right you have to understand that मैले delete गरेँ and let me just refresh the page एकपटक page ma refresh गर्छु and once I refresh the page you'll notice I have almost 9 rupees left right so the platform refunded me because मैले सर्भिसलाई छिटो बन्द गरेँ ओके बाँकीको पैसा चाहिँ फिर्ता दियो के मैले 120 मिनटको लागि लिएको थिएँ अहिले 120 मिनटको पैसा काट्यो and I used it for let's say 20 minutes and so 20 मिनट भइसकेपछि 100 मिनटको चाहिँ I was refunded right so all right let's do this again फेरि वाइफाई बन्द गरौँ वाइफाई स्टार्ट गरौँ I don't know I have to write a script for this ताकि just check and it works how to you know yeah it's working I don't know why अर्की नै आइरहेछ yeah अब चाहिँ अर्की आउँदैन it will work अब चाहिँ don't worry okay so चलेन अब कि अहिले पनि अर्केकै छ यहाँ त इट्स शोइङ हरियो बत्ती मिनिङ हरियो बत्ती भनेको चाहिँ इट्स वर्किङ फाइन भन्न खोजे अहिले सो आई डोन्ट नो वाइ यु हेभ एन इस्यु खै एनिवे अब आफै हुन्छ होला so Debian नै बनाऊँ right because it's stable right it's shitty but it's stable I wish I had like FreeBSD हरू पनि तर I don't think it's possible right now maybe I'll have it future मा you can install like FreeBSD and all that shit तर अहिलेको लागि चाहिँ this is what you get okay so let's just do Debian everything else is same SSH key install गरौँ है let's just do SSH key छैन अहिले अड्केको nice okay so let's just do SSH key अहिले है SSH key चाहिँ so we're going to create an SSH key हैन अनि this shows like how to generate like a tutorial on how to generate your SSH key using SSH keygen and that's what we're going to do okay so okay so हामी चाहिँ first मा like first off what we are going to do is we are going to say SSH keygen है अनि यसले चाहिँ public private key generate गरिदिन्छ but I don't really want the public private key what I want is let's say Siyasang SSH key this is what I want passphrase not really passphrase राख है तर but I am not giving it a passphrase okay so I have SSH key which is the which is my private key and this is the public key right, so I'm going to move my private move my private key and my public key. So mv sh Siyasang blah 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 asterisk 2 dot sh. This is the command. Just run this. अनि त्यसपछि चाहिँ cat dot sh slash Siyasang ssh key dot public, and you'll get this like your file mapping, and just copy this file. Okay, copy this file, paste it here. Right, paste it, and I think this should work. Yeah, key was successfully added to your account. Okay, so let's look at my SSH keys. Right, this is my SSH key, and you can change the username like this part if you want. Right, so I'll just delete this away, and I'll just say something like Ayush is awesome. Oops. At Siyasang. I don't know. Like I'm just fucking around right now. It's fine. So I added this, right, and this is the thing, and this is the key thing, and that thing. Anyway, so I have this key. That's the that's the point of this thing. I don't know. So let's create a new service. Sorry, yes, key add gardeपछि let's tick this also, and let's not tick this, and let's create a service. It will create a server and it will set up my SSH keys on that server. That's what it's gonna do. Sorry, it will install the server with my SSH key, right? That's a better phrasing. Oh. And I normally have your service create गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ it must be confusing to some people. If it is confusing, you can read this. It's about how to create a service के हो भनेर चाहिँ. You can just click on this and you can read this. For most pages, I think छ के अरे छैन हटाइसके मैले. So load point मा छ अलिकता यसमा छ त्यहाँ अरुमा मैले हटाइसके because मैले यसरी नै लेखे के यसमै लेखे because this looks better. है यसरी लेख्दाखेरि चाहिँ this looks better. तर यसमा चाहिँ अब there was a lot of content, so I put it inside a thingy, whatever it is. So it's creating a service. Do you guys have any questions? All right, create पनि भइसक्यो. Right, and again, I said I was filibustering, so let me just quickly run this. I'm not really. Let's try it. Yeah, so connection refused one that I know, because you have to wait for at least a minute, at most 5 minutes. But prior to 1 minute, oh yeah, so 30 minutes sometimes. So the password my what? Password to my. All right. Cat.ssh slash I don't know authorized key. It's not me, right? It's installed here. So मेरो यहाँ setup मात्रै mistake छ, I guess. Because this is different. I think I don't know. I'm not really sure. You're different भएर हो? Is this file? Is this an issue? Is this an issue? Vim.sh slash Siyasang SSH. Is this an issue? Because it's nothing very alright, fuck. I don't want to get into this. But if you just press enter, I think my little name change the location. I don't know. But yeah, मलाई live stream मा debug गर्ने मन पर्दैन. If it doesn't work, I just leave it. Live stream मा चाहिँ right, because live stream मा चाहिँ things get messy. Okay, when other people like it gets jinxed or something. Like when other people are looking, things get jinxed. Anyway, so अब चाहिँ म के गर्छु भने app update गर्छु and logical and or whatever it is called dash मा चाहिँ app install nginx गर्छु म and oops. So यसले चाहिँ अब मेरोमा nginx install गरिदिन्छ. That's all it's gonna do. And I'm gonna show you how to set up an HTTPS enabled website very easily. है कुनै सर्टिफिकेटहरु केही पनि चाहिदैन. It's very simple. It's installing nginx. यसले डाउनलोड पनि गरिसक्यो. Alright, कसले भन्न सक्छ हैन? कसले भन्न सक्छ म अहिले कुन टर्मिनल चलाउँदै छु? Alright. Let's see who is a true fan of the show. हुन्छ नि. Alright. म अहिले कुन टर्मिनल चलाउँदै छु त? Who can tell me? And bonus question, what is this? What is this bar? Like कुन software ले चाहिँ यो bar दिया छ? Okay, you install. Yeah, ST. Yup, ST. Simple terminal. Okay. So I have nginx. Let's just run nginx away. Nginx मैले install गरेँ हैन. So let's just do HTTP. And it's running on HTTP. So what I want is, I want to run it on HTTPS. यहाँ चाहिँ है. So this is not working अहिले. हैन. But यहाँ चाहिँ यो आउनु पर्यो है. That's what I want. Okay. So how do I do this? It's very simple really. म यहाँ जान्छु vim /nginx /nginx-conf. I don't know. Oops, no. Yeah, it's right. So your server first method you can remove this part. Right? That's for IPv6. So 443 got there right now, and just save it and exit. Right. Just change the port number. I'll show you again. Change the port number to 443. You can SSL sorry. You can sorry SSL यताउता केही दिइराख्नु पर्दैन, right? Just change the port to 443. 80 हुन्छ 443 गर्दा. It's very simple. Just do this and then just do systemctl or whatever you're using, service or whatever the system के हुन्छ त्यो I don't know. I don't really know this part. ZSH shell होइन ZSH shell होइन. Restart I don't know why we load. So I restarted it and now it doesn't work, and it doesn't work. Tara, this one works. Yeah, so this is very simple, right? HTTPS now, it's running on HTTPS, and all you had to do was run it on port 443. So I stop working, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to apt install Python 3. Right, and I'm gonna show you how like you don't need to like set up HTTPS to run HTTPS via SWS. You take but there are acronym or let's just install Python 3. And I really सबैजना Python 3 चलाऊ है. त्यो Python 2 चलाउनेहरु चाहिँ त्यो expire भइसक्यो त मरिसक्यो Python 2. Don't use that. Python 3 has amazing features also. Use Python 3. Well, it's 3.8 okay, 9 I don't know. Like, yeah, just the case. Or if you want like backwards compatibility and stuff like that. Like normally like backwards compatibility is so overrated. Yeah, Tmux नै हो. Yes. Like backwards compatibility is very overrated. Okay, so I don't really Python 3 I know, and then like msgp dot server and zero. Stay okay. Okay. Invalid. This okay. So it's running on port 443. I'm running a Python server on port 443. Okay. Only if I refresh, right, it's HTTPS. okay, and it's working. It's all secure and everything, right? And you have your files. You can look at your dash rc and download your. You can go into SSH and you have your authorized keys and then. अब MIME type यसले भेटिरहेको छैन, so it's just sort of, but whatever. हुन्छ नि. अब I can create a new file जस्तै hello.txt मा चाहिँ I'll just do hello echo गरिदिन्छु है, अनि I'll run it like this and I'll refresh. अनि यहाँ चाहिँ hello.txt आयो, अनि यहाँ चाहिँ hello भन्ने आयो. It's very simple. I can just do something like echo. Let's just do something here. H1 hello world H1 like hello.html or index.html भन्ने हो त. I don't know, like I don't think index works, but whatever. Yeah, I'm not running the this server. Okay. म यति छिटो गरिरहेको छु तिमीहरूले बुझ्न पनि बुझेन क्या हो. It's very त्यो नि त के भन्नु. Oh, hello world आयो नि त अब. So you can just write yeah, it works apparently. है. So के गर्न मिल्छ भने you can just write HTML अनि Python को सर्भरमा रन गर, right, and like index.html अनि Python को सर्भरमा त्यो HTML राख्थ्यौ and just run this command on 443 and you have an HTTPS enabled website, like a simple website. Right? I think it's beautiful. I think this is amazing. Yeah, this is yeah. Tara, sometimes you cannot always move things to port 443 and you have to use like a proxy stuff like Nginx use गर्नुपर्छ, right? You have to create an upstream server and then you have to Nginx or whatever. So sometimes let's say 8000 भन्ने पोर्टमा चाहिँ केही रन भइरहेछ एउटा सर्भर, right? So let's just run it. म यो हटाइदिन्छु and by default it runs on port 8000, right? And so now what we're going to do is talk about port aware domains. Port aware domains मा चाहिँ कस्तो हुन्छ भने so यो चाहिँ एउटा domain name भयो हैन. Let me just zoom in, right? So this is the domain name, right? These two are domain names. So के गर्न मिल्छ त भन्दाखेरि है, you can add like this is Nost webcast भन्ने चाहिँ हाम्रो युजर नेम भयो, Nost webcast, and then AOL is a like a name, त्यसै नाम चाहिँ दिएको छ, right? So dash AOL छ हैन. But then if you go here to this article, right? So what you can do is you can just service name dash and port name .siyasang.com, right? So this is the service name. This is okay. So let's just get the service name. That's the service name. Yeah. So Nost webcast dash AOL, right? So Nost webcast dash AOL. And then right, Nost webcast dash AOL. On this particular what happens to yeah, okay, so service name, port number, okay, port number din. So यहाँ चाहिँ this is the service name Nost webcast dash AOL, and I'll just do dash and I'll just do 8000 and it's working, right? It is working. I don't know if you realize how amazing this is, so I'll explain. यो चाहिँ port 8000 मा रन गरिरहेछ. I am accessing the port 8000 via HTTPS, right? Using dynamic domains or port aware domains as I call them, or whatever you want to call them, right? So much like port aware domains. So you can use these port aware domains to access your thing via HTTPS. right? And it's very very powerful because you can just have any server running. तर this is for HTTP नै मात्रै, right? अनि what you realize is कि यसमा चाहिँ त्यो छैन के, यसमा चाहिँ त्यो पोर्टहरूको एक्सेस चाहिँ सिधै छैन. Okay, you don't have, you can't access a port, जस्तै you can't access जस्तै 8000 port छ भने you can't do like, you know, like IP address पनि छैन and you can't just do something like यसरी गएर and like 8000 भनेर, that's not, it's not gonna work, right? It's not gonna work. So how do you access a port directly? So you access a port directly via this. Okay, यहाँ चाहिँ अब के भन्न मिल्छ भने you can say एउटा port name, एउटा नाम दिउँ होइन. So नाम चाहिँ के हुन सक्छ भने you can just use python pith1 server, and you can use this for just say SSH or whatever, right? You can just say something like, oh, I want to use this for SSH, or I want to use this for blah blah blah, whatever you want to use it for. Yes, so you can do all of this, right? Ani, so you have a Python, and so now specify a port. So I'll just specify 8000. This is the source port, right? Ani yo चाहिँ नाम भयो यो port को, and I'll create this port, and it gives me two things. It gives me the source port and it gives me the public port. So this public port points to this source port in your server, right? तर कुन सर्भरमा, you can have multiple servers, so you can assign this port to this server अहिले हैन, अनि पछि गएर चाहिँ you can just assign it to a different server as well. Okay, so एउटै port number चाहिँ back त्यसको पछाडी चाहिँ you can have different servers running as you wish, right? So for example you can have जस्तै दुईवटा different servers हैन, अनि you can give the same port to different things and then like periodically switch them for I don't know use case here, but you can do that, and you can do this via our REST API as well, right? I'm going to talk about docs magara, but this is very powerful. You should use this as well. It's amazing. It's really really cool. About fund loading को कुरा गरौँ है त. Fund loading. So normally, so everyone who's watching this right now, in the future, whenever you're watching this, just click here, right? It's very simple. Click here, type 10,000, okay, 10,000. Click here, right? And आफ्नो खल्तीको information देऊ, right? And just pay me 10,000. That would be great. But 3 महिनासम्म चाहिँ I can manage the basic infrastructure for this system with 10,000, I think. होइन 3 महिना होइन, 1 महिना 10 दिनको पछि, I think it's, yeah. Let's just say if you pay me 10,000 right now, I can do this for another month. That's, yeah, that's the best way to understand this. Or you can go into e-banking, and e-banking and there's like a lot of banks. I think सबै class A bank or which is that Masapuche probably you can just e-banking enable गरेको छ, which is enabled in I think for everyone. You can just choose a bank, आफ्नो mobile number दिने, and just pay, and it will ask you like something magical things. I don't know, जादू ले त्यसपछि चल्छ, right? I don't really know, but it works. That's the point. Let's close that. Fund यसरी load गर्ने हो. Let's just do something else now. Let's do, what do you want to do? Okay, बाकी छ. Oh, docs. Let's go to AWS API. Let's look at the API here. So this is the API. It's written in org mode, Python Emacs code, and it's fun to write documentations that way. Let's see. Do I want to go through the documentation? Not really. All right. So यहाँ चाहिँ कस्तो भने you have basically यो part चाहिँ managed services वाला part चाहिँ that's the interesting part where you can like service create कसरी गर्ने stop कसरी गर्ने start कसरी गर्ने delete restart toggle autopilot mode domain कसरी add गर्ने snapshots हरू कसरी लिने it's all of that right it's there SSH key हरू कसरी add गर्ने खातामा you know so there's a lot of information on a variety of different things so जस्तै प्याकेजेसहरू कसरी लिस्ट गर्ने अपरेटिङ सिस्टमहरू के के छ अहिले कसरी लिस्ट गर्ने राइट हाउ डु यु अथेन्टिकेट वाइ टोकन्स राइट हाउ डु गेट यु टोकन फर अल अफ दिस थिङ्स अनि रिसोर्स स्ट्रक्चर छ अब सर्भिसको स्ट्रक्चर देयर्स अ लट अफ डिफ्रेन्ट थिङ्स हियर या अब के गरौँ भाइ अब यस्तै हो जिन्दगी अड्की अड्की आयो त अब इट्स भेरी फ्रस्ट्रेटिङ अब अड्की अड्की आउने चाहिँ तर केही गर्न मिल्दैन I can maybe do this, I guess. I don't know. Let's try it. But yes, this is the Siyasang platform. And the reason I did this, right? The main reason for this is that actually I'll just switch to here. Okay. I'll just go past it like I don't know, but yeah, there you go. Right. Let me show you this. Show me the so yes, all right. But then let's just talk a look at that. Let's just talk a little bit about just okay message what's the message yeah तिमीहरूलाई यो मन पर्यो भने चाहिँ हैन मन पर्यो भने I'm not gonna force you but I'm sort of forcing you guys basically I'm forcing you guys to use it that's what I'm doing I'm forcing you guys I'm saying use it because I really want the money right म झुटो बोल्दिनँ मलाई पैसा चाहियो हो it's I'm in dire need of money right now. I'm basically broke. So I'd really appreciate it if you guys mentally alikata yeso dakshina chalaidyo bhane right that would be amazing. I that would be it would be very nice support. It would be very nice contribution जे भन न चन्दा देऊ कि जे देऊ नाम जेसुकै देऊ राइट डोनेसन भन जेसुकै भन कन्ट्रिब्युसन भन सपोर्ट भन whatever you want to call it right just give me money that's what I'm asking for I want money and also use the service that's the most important part पैसा दिनु छैन use the service right फ्रीमा पनि चलाउँदा हुन्छ it's amazing it's great use it yes so thank you सबैजनालाई आजको लाइभ स्ट्रिम यही सक्यो आई एम ट्राइङ टु मेक दिज लाइभ स्ट्रिम्स सर्टर किनकि तर पनि लम्बिन्छ के तर पनि अब प्रायः जस्तो चाहिँ 2 घन्टा कट्छ नै सो आई एम ट्राइङ टु मेक देम सर्टर बिकज इट्स वाट एभर मान्छेको त्यो पनि अटेन्सन स्प्यान पनि त हुनु पऱ्यो नि त्यति लामो सो यस ओके यति भयो थ्याङ्क यू एभ्री वान केही क्वेसन छ भने म एकछिन क्वेसन लिन्छु and then I'll leave. I have work. That's my Siyasang काम गर्नु छ. I have a lot of work actually. Oh, anyway, the question also. Let's hear it. I'm sort of waiting for questions, by the way. So, question or okay, so come on, come on, questions, chop chop, questions. टिमक्स के भन्ने भन्नुभएको थियो वाट म टिमक्स सिकाउँछु भनेको थिएँ मैले त बिर्सेँ त ल या अब भोलि I'm really trying to figure it out like अब चाहिँ के गर्ने के स्ट्रिक गर्ने because आफ्नै so like what do you guys want to do यो स्ट्रिमहरूमा चाहिँ because I want to do something fun ए रमाइलो खालको interesting fun stuff. What do you guys want to do? म चाहिँ बिचमा चुप लागिदिन्छु बिकज इट्स भेरी डिस्ट्र्याक्टिङ मेरो चाहिँ अगाडि म बोलिरहेको हुन्छु होइन अनि त्यसमा चाहिँ लेटेन्सी हुन्छ होइन आम लाइक मेरो दिमागमा चाहिँ के हुन्छ भने ऊ चाहिँ बोल्न बन्द हुन्छ नि म बोल्छु बट देन देयर इज अ लेटेन्सी त्यो म चुप लागेको बेला पनि इट्स लाइक इट्स भेरी कम्प्लिकेटेड आई डोन्ट अनि इफ आई डोन्ट लुक एट द स्क्रिन होइन आई डोन्ट नो अब त्यो च्याट पनि यही पेजमा छ हेल्थको स्ट्रिमको हेल्थ त्यो के देखाउने पनि यही पेजमा छ. So it's difficult to not pick up the screen. Yeah. Anyway, what do you guys want to do, Boni? म चाहिँ के सोचिरहेको थिएँ भने आई थिङ्क इफ वी क्यान है गर्न सक्यौँ भने इफ वी क्यान जस्ट डु इट बाई द वे तिमीहरूमध्ये कसैले लाइक गरेको छैन भने लाइक गरिदेऊ है इफ यु क्यान डु इट like I want to pull this through like अलिकता एकछिन अलिकता तानेर चाहिँ यो हप्ता चाहिँ कटाउने अनि नेक्स्ट विकदेखि चाहिँ what I want to do is I want to work on यो let me show you what I want to do is I want to work on here this is chip 8 है chip 8 चाहिँ एउटा त्यो I guess Wikipedia will say it better but this is what I want to work on chip 8 भनेको चाहिँ it's a interpreted okay hold on. Chip 8 is an interpreted programming language developed by blah blah blah. It was intentionally used in COSMAC, VIP and Telmac 1800 8-bit microcomputers in the mid 1970s. Okay, so basically chip 8 is an it's a programming language what do you want to call it? I don't know if it's a programming language. It's a specification for a computer भनौँ न है यति र्याम हुन्छ यति स्टोरेज हुन्छ यत्रो मोनिटर हुन्छ and you have to write your code for that. So for example you have it has 4K memory and 4K भनेको त्यो resolution होइन कि it has 4 kilobytes of memory and it has just 16 8-bit registers and stuff like that and it has a stack and it has timers it has input को लागि 16 keys and it has graphics and it has all of these things right and so I was thinking maybe we could design this like emulator बनाउने राइट मैले गरिसकेँ यो खासमा मैले यो बनाइसकेको छु we can do it again if you guys are interested uh, oops. This is the repository with the code for this मैले कहिले बनाएको थिएँ 3 महिना अघि बनाएको थिएँ right so this is the code for like source code हेर्ने हो भने this is the code right so yeah it's written, it's written in C. It's a fun project. We can maybe do this project, right? Interest छ भने चाहिँ C र makefile, yeah. It's written in C. If you're interested, we can do this project, or we can do some other stuff as well. It doesn't really matter. Um, so what are you guys interested in? आज मेरो अलिक त्यो नाक पनि बन्द छ कि त्यो पुरै म घाममा हिँडेर आएँ एकदमै चर्को घाम छ कि अनि मेरो नाक अलिकति बन्द छ अनि मेरो त्यो अफिसबाट कसले हो टिस्यु पेपर चोर्दैछ चोर्दियो भन्दा पनि इट्स लाइक आएँ एन्ड देन टिस्यु पेपर खाली थियो त्यो रोल नै खाली थियो अस्ति नै भएको हो र मैले नयाँ किन्नु पर्ने तर किनेको छैन अहिलेसम्म एनिवे या केही छैन भने I'm gonna log off. Alright, thank you everyone. It was fun आजको दिन. Let's just switch. Alright, it was fun. है सबैजनालाई नमस्कार आजको सुनिदिनु भएकोमा लाइक गरिदिनु भएकोमा गर्नुभएको छैन भने लाइक गर्नुहोस् अनि म धन्यवाद भन्छु नभए whatever सबैजनालाई धन्यवाद नमस्कार प्रणाम बाय बाय कीबोर्ड र यो I'm pressing control key ओके दाइ यही गर्दा नि हुन्छ अलराइट यही गर्दा नि हुन्छ हैन तिमीहरु भन के बिकज मैले गरे भने चाहिँ it's not going to be fun right but if you guys like what do you guys want to do you guys want to do alright but तीनवटा अप्सन दिन्छु let's do this फ्याक्टै चाहिँ गर्नु चाहिँ it becomes a bit difficult for you guys I guess I'll give you 3 options number 1 is chipate number 2 is Django को एउटा software like application बनाउने deploy गर्ने भनौं न सर्भर सम्म बनाउने स्टार्टिङ देखि है number 2 is that and number 3 is I want to review the IT bill नेपालमा त्यो आएको थियो नि IT bill right I want to review that त्यो पढेर अनि I want to discuss it so these are the 3 options right you have 2 minutes to decide ल के गर्ने सोच पनि भन पनि है फेरि सोचेर चुप नलाग्नु okay tell me बडा शान्त छ त बा. All right. Anyway, I'm bored. So because I'm bored, I'm gonna log off over right after the it was successful. I talked about my company. I talked about Siyasang.com. I talked about all of these different things. It was fun as a live stream. It was a bit different. My thought, but it was fun for me. I mean, this is why I do it. I just it's enjoyment basically. No, not paisa पनि. Yeah, enjoyment भन्दा बढी पैसा नै हो क्या, but whatever. Yeah. So thank you everyone. केही त्यो भन्नु छ भने त्यहाँ नसको ग्रुपमा जोइन गर्दा हुन्छ है टेलिग्राममा. वी क्यान टक देयर. थ्याङ्क यू ल है त अब बाई. नमस्कार प्रणाम सबै थोक है. बाई.